You too. Right. You should ask people to write a bit larger these days, don't you? Oh yeah. I can still see what is there. Alright. You know, I did hear you come in. You don't have to be standing in the doorway. Just put your letter or your scroll or your small package on the desk and I'll get to it in a moment. Oh, I've heard of you. Yes, I have. The human in Knapwin these days. Yes, you've made quite a stir, haven't you? I was told that you might be visiting me one of these days. Yes, I was actually expecting you a bit soon, to tell you the truth. Well, I figured you'd come here when you were good and ready, eh? You've seen enough of the city now. You're ready to talk to old Jennrah. What? Oh, you have a question, do you? Well, I will be happy to help you with your question as soon as I finish this, alright? Oh, it's just a quick question. Well, I have been working at this place for a very, very long time. And I can assure you that it's not very often that I hear such thing as a short question. Normally, people who come in asking quick questions, those questions, they might start out simple, but it actually takes quite a lot of explaining, quite a lot of layers to it, whatever the case may be. It's not very often that you actually come across a genuinely quick question. So I will get to you in just a moment, please. Oh, it's important. Well, I would have never guessed by your urgency. Do you happen to know what this place is that you stumbled into? That's right. This is the Knapwin Post. Now, we offer a number of services here to the people of Knapwin. We have, of course, this wall behind me where people can post certain notices that they would like people to know. You get anything from public service announcements to, people advertising their business. There's actually one up here for a discount off of a very lovely full body massage if you mention the flyer and the post. And then of course you get things like personal ads as well. Yeah. Things like a lost ring, or perhaps a stolen pickaxe, or perhaps someone looking for their one. Always got a few of those too. Yeah. And then of course there's, people from out of town who might come and would like to warn the people of Knapwin of something. Just the other day there was someone who brought in a whole flyer about these awful little creatures that live to the north of here, apparently, in this sort of swampy region. So they were very dangerous, almost sort of a swarming type of beast. What were they called? Let's see, where was that one? This one over here. Gremlins. That's it. Gremlins. Apparently there's a whole infestation of them not too far from here. Crazy to think about. Now, I myself haven't left Knapwin in, probably close to 2 centuries now. Actually, since I've been working here. Maybe I should take a vacation, eh? Yeah. Someone's got to run this place, and no one else would do it right if I were to leave for a few days, so I would come home to piles and piles of work anyway. Anyway, so that's one of the services that we offer here. But we are also a delivery service. You see, people can bring in their letters or scrolls or small packages. Now they have to be small packages if we are going to deliver them. Nothing too large, nothing too heavy. It's got to fit into the back of my delivery boys that go to the different quadrants of Knapwin on their deliveries. But we'll do, smaller packages, things like this. Oh yeah, I gotta get that right now, didn't I? Oh, I missed you. Okay, so Kerry's got a letter and a package. Okay. Sorry. So, we send out deliveries every single day. At the same time, every single day. And you happen to have come in at the time when I am just finishing up writing down all of these scrolls and letters and packages and things like that, and getting the list ready so I can send it off to the people who come and deliver everything. And if I were to take the time to answer your quick question, then I would be late with all my notes, and then they would be late with their deliveries. And the deliveries are never late. Alright? So, why don't you just take a moment, take a breath, just spend some time thinking about whatever it is that you'd like to think about, but just have a seat. And I will get to you just as soon as I can, alright? Just let an old woman finish her work here. And then we'll see about your question, eh? Alright. Have a seat. Now, where was I? Let's see, I think I got through this. Okay, yes, I got through that. There, we're going through the scrolls a bit more. Did I finish it? Yeah. Okay. To the southeast quadrant, this one. Okay, so that'll go in his pile there. This one, you don't have a name on it. Why you gotta not put names on it? Make me open your mail. Ah, right. So it's northwest for you, eh? Right. That is to Army Dwarf. Right. Right. Here. Okay. There we are. As we'll go through the post toy. Go over there for now. You're hardly warm at all anymore, are you? A bit unpleasant. Oh. Okay. Let's go northeast. That pile over there. This one. Right. Our Dwarven is also northeast. Right. Go that way. Generally the name in here. Should have that. Okay. Mr. Later with all the scrolls here. What was this one? Oh, I know what this one is, I'm fairly certain. I have been waiting for you to come through, yes I have. You see, most letters, when they're addressed to someone, it just gives a simple name or maybe their home address, although we know everyone's home addresses around here. But this one went to the trouble of writing to the Honourable Lord Javanor. Now Javanor is one of the he's He's not a chieftain, but he's one of the elders. And this is a very formally written letter to him. Now, Javanor, he is in possession of quite a lot of the land and the businesses around here. Does very well for himself. And he also has a beautiful daughter. Yes, who has been courted by a few different male dwarves around here, trying to prove themselves worthy of her. But there has been one that it was rumoured caught her eye, and I would bet that this is an intent of a marriage proposal. You see, in Dwarven society, you have to get the permission of not only the father, but also of the girl. She has to agree to it as well. And she will only agree to the best match for her one. Yes, it's actually quite a nice system. So you send a very formal letter to her father, and then when he responds and says that it's all right with him, then you may come and request the hand of the girl. I have been waiting for this for a few weeks, I suppose. The rumours have been buzzing about this couple. This is to make sure that this gets exactly where it needs to go. Javanor. It's openly northeast. Very important letter indeed. Alright. I think that does it for the letters now. Just got a few more scrolls and then I will be right with you, alright? Okay. Alrighty. Southwest for you. Scroll here. Right. Then this one here. Oh, my eyes are not what they used to be. Oh, Elan, alright. It's southeast. Right, then there was, got that package and I got that other one. Wasn't there another? Oh, there you are. Hiding from these old eyes, are ya? Not today, you're not. Nope, we do not miss anything around here. Alrighty, got that where you need to go. Alright. Of course, you can put your name on it. Much easier when you just. Alright. Go to the southwest. Right. Around here. There. Right, where was that other? Ah, this one. We're going southwest too, right? Jordan. Right. Scroll to Jennrah. Right. Goes that way as well. Right. Good. Okay, I think all of my deliveries are all sorted, ready to be delivered on time. Now, thank you for your grudging patience. Now, what is it exactly that this quick, important question that you've got for me? You're looking for someone? Have you tried the archivers, the record keepers for the different chieftains, the different clans? They've got records of everyone, you know. I suppose that's a fair point. You are, in fact, an outsider, aren't you? No guarantee that they would actually help you. Although, what's the guarantee that I would actually help you? What? Where on earth did you get this? The crest of a chieftain? Yeah. This is a very important gift. Very important little piece of metal here, isn't it? This will get you into pretty much anywhere in Knapwin. Anywhere you need to go. Well, I suppose you came to the right place after all, didn't you? I had no idea I was speaking to such an honoured guest. Now, who exactly is it that you are looking for that I might help you find? That name. It rings a bell. But it must be one of the bells that's a bit dusty. A bit underused these days, I think. Could you tell me about this Kerys? When did you last see her? What do you know about her? Oh, you've never met her before? Oh, well, I suppose if she was alive 300 years ago, then a human like you would certainly not have met her. Fair point, fair point. Why exactly are you looking for information about a dwarf from 300 years ago? If you don't mind me asking. She's got something that you were looking for. Curious. Let's see. Kerys. Probably one of the only dwarves here in Knapwin who actually was alive the same time as her. Well, I suppose there were a few who were maybe barons, but I was a bit older then. Yeah. Like I said, I've been around for a very, very long time. Kerys. Was she a hunter by any chance? Okay. Yes, that would have been long before we moved all of the city of Knapwin down here. You know, we used to live up on the surface too. There was part of the city up there, and that was where we would do all of our trading, and many of the craftsmen actually lived up there as well. And then down here, of course, the mines have always been down here, so you know, the smithies and things like that were most likely down here as well. But even some of those people, they didn't necessarily live down here. That was back when dwarves still liked to live on the surface. Long before the civil war of the races and all of that mess. Yeah, it's been quite a while since we dwarves have burrowed underground to stay. Not many alive who still remember the time of sunshine, feeling the breeze, bruise on your face. Not that there aren't some dwarves, of course, who will still, journey to other places and will still grace the surface now and then, but for the most part, this is where we live. And it's a good place. It's a good place to live. Don't you be mistaken me. It's a good place. But there's something about wind in your hair. Hearing birds, the trees rustling in the breeze, grass underfoot, things like that. You never quite forget them. Anyway, so this must have been a time, back when we were still living above ground. So we had dwarves who were rangers, hunters, trackers, things like that, so that they would go into the wooded areas around us and hunt, things like that. Yeah. Of course, there's apparently, from what I've heard, there aren't all that many wooded areas around us now. Apparently one of them has turned into a swamp. Maybe that was always there. Was that there before? I can't remember now. It's been so long. Anyway. So she was a hunter. Yeah, she was quite good at it. I remember that. Yeah, one of the best. And she was one of those dwarves who would go on expeditions, not just for hunting, but for other things too, searching for knowledge, for new people to meet and things like that. Yeah, most of us dwarves, we tend to be sort of close to home. Every once in a while you meet a dwarf who's a bit more adventurous, I suppose. In fact, she met someone on one of her expeditions. I think it was an elf. Yeah, I think it was actually one of the first elves that we dwarves had ever really, well, not ever come into contact with, but the first elf in a very long time. You see, the elves, they used to live all over the continent, and then they sort of receded to more of the wooded or mountainous areas. But then 300 years ago, there were some elves that sort of wandered out of the forest and made contact with people again, with humans and gnomes and dwarves too. Teaching magic, I think. And then, of course, from there, the magic spread and the elves spread again, and life was good for a while until the war. That was, of course, a whole nother thing. I was still somewhat young at that time, but I definitely remember it more than most around here, for sure. Yes, I do think it was an elf. She got rather close to him. Some people even started wondering if maybe he was her one. It had never been heard of before, really. A dwarf and an elf. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. If they're your one, then they're your one. One? Oh, yes, it's the term that we dwarves use for a partner, I suppose. You humans, you call it a spouse, a husband or a wife, or whatever the case may be, whether you actually get married or not. It's your one, the one person that you're looking for. See, we have this old legend about the first dwarves that were made from the ground, really, by our god. And at first we had 2 heads and 8 limbs, these big stocky almost sort of spider-like things. And then the heads started fighting at one point or another, and they ended up actually splitting into two different people, each with one head and four limbs, as you know, most of us are. But even though they somewhat enjoyed their separation, they never forgot that other part of them, that other part of their soul. And there were times when they were sad that they weren't whole anymore. So now we say that you're looking for your one. The other one that was the other half of your soul, just like in the legend. I think that's where it originates from anyway. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. Anyway, that's what a one is when you're talking to dwarves. Kerys. She died probably over a century ago. More like 2 centuries, most likely. Yeah, you know, I think I had just started working here, and that was about 2 centuries ago. It was when she passed on. But she had a daughter. I can't remember what happened to her one. I think he died too. But she had a daughter at least. Yeah. She moved down here, and what was it that she did again? Oh, I don't remember. It was something to do. Her mother was such an excellent ranger and hunter, and of course she trained her daughter in the same ways. You see, we dwarves, we don't necessarily split up professions and jobs and tasks and things like that by gender. It's more by skill. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. You know, if I've heard all these different stories of you humans and how your society works. Here we care much more about the best, most skilled person doing a job, regardless of their gender. So she trained her daughter in hunting, but obviously it was not like we really have hunters anymore. We grow all our food down here now, and that's that. What does she do now then? Oh, I remember. She has got a Fletcher shop. Yeah, she makes arrows, bows and arrows and things like that. You know, it's actually a bit of a strange profession because not too many people need it around here. I'm not sure how she actually stays in business, now that I think about it. I mean, we don't have hunters, really. Well, I suppose there's a few dwarves who go to the surface for things every once in a while, but she must do a lot of exporting. I bet that's it. Yeah, what was her name? Tara, that was it. That's her name. Yes, Kerys' daughter, Tara. She's got a Fletcher shop. Actually, not too far from here. Yeah, in the, I believe the northeast quadrant. Yeah. Yeah, you just go a few blocks. You know how to read runes now, right? Okay, good. It was actually the librarian who told me about you. Said that you might be coming by to see me. We talk. We dwarves. Well, some of us anyway. So, yeah, you look for the Fletcher shop. Yeah, I think it's got just one big rune on it. That'll tell you that that's where it is. And yeah. Now, it's something you should know about her. She definitely is one of those dwarves who likes to keep to herself. Yeah. Does not have a lot of connections, I suppose. In fact, I don't really know anyone who's sort of associated with her. I mean, obviously she's part of one of the clans, so, you know, she's got her clansmen, but besides that, I don't know. She is quite reclusive. But it's, I suppose, if you want to know about Kerys, then Tara's who you've got to talk to. Seeing as Kerys is no longer with us. But her daughter, be a safe bet. Yeah. She's getting up there in age a bit too. I mean, not quite as old as me, but maybe that's the way she keeps to herself. I don't know. I never really connected with her. But yeah, that's who you're looking for. Tara Fletchershaw. Yeah. See, I told you there was no such thing as a quick question. Took quite a lot of dusting off of the old brain to finally remember who it was that you needed. Yeah. But that's what it is. Did you need anything else from the Knapwin Post today? No, just coming in to ask her a quick question, and that's a... Alright, well, happy to have been able to be of service to someone who is so highly respected by this chieftain. Out of curiosity, do you know the name of this chieftain? I didn't think so. See, I know this chieftain quite well. And it's been quite a long time since he's given one of those away. Quite a long time. I'm not going to ask you where you got it. I'm hoping that you didn't steal it from someone. Okay, good. As long as you didn't steal it, I'm right with that. Anyway, I guess you'd best be getting on, shall you? Alright. Well, glad I was able to help you. If you do have any need to, send any letters or scrolls or small packages to anyone in Knapwin, you of course know where to find me. Or if you'd like to, post any sort of message of your own to whoever might need to see it, you can swing by anytime, alright? Alright, well, good luck with Tara. I hope that she has the information or the item that you need, whatever the case may be, alright? Alright, well, good fortune, human in Knapwin. Perhaps our paths will cross again.